Hey, thank you so much for watching this video. And if you would like to support me even more, or the things we're doing here at Purse First Studios, please go over to the YouTube page, Purse First Studios. You can subscribe and turn on the notification bell so you can see some amazing content by queer people that is for queer audiences. This is the GGT. This is for the girls, the gays, and the theys. All right, back to the program. 1, 2, 3. All right, everyone, I am here with drag icon, comedian, light dancer, Shantu's, mother of 4, pass around party bottom. The only one you perked up for. Miss Sherry Vibes! Welcome to the room, Purse Fires. So you moved to New York City in 1992.
Yes.
And like, you were doing drag then.
I had just started like in 1990, kind of just doing it for fun, and then started performing around late 1990, early 91, because that's when I was living with Candace Kane, and Jackie and I had met, and
you live with everybody.
I know. Well, and they're still like my dearest friends.
I want to ask you the question that Courtney asked Jackie.
Okay.
Has Drag Race ruined drag?
No.
Why does Jackie think it has?
Well, I think she thinks, I mean, I don't want to put words in her mouth, but I think she thinks, because we've talked about it, that it's homogenized drag. And she said to Courtney, like, I want drag to be dangerous, like in a way that, like, I want the audience to gasp and to laugh at things that they think they should not be laughing at. When Jackie and I started performing, you had... By candlelight. It was mostly gay men in the audience. It wasn't like teenage girls. It was mostly gay men. And you had to have like a passion for wanting to do it, because the thought of making money was not in the realm of possibility. You had to work 18 gigs a week to make money to live. And
do you know that they're still paying the girls in New York City
$100
a gig?
Yeah, girl.
When
That's impossible.
Do you remember the first time you got $100 a gig in New York City? Like when that was the standard?
Uh-huh.
Like when was that?
Well, we got more in the very beginning when Mark Berkeley had like parties at Limelight, Palladium, and Tunnel. We'd get paid like $500 to show up for 2 hours.
What?
Yeah. To show up for 2 hours. It was me, Candace, Lena, and Formica, the 4 of us. And we would go bing, 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 and go home. Be like, and I'd be like, I just worked 20 days in a row and made bank. Then what happened was, this was the club culture.
Yeah.
Then when bar culture took over, they couldn't pay that because there's no cover charge.
I mean, not as many people as a club, too.
Right, and you know, there was free. You could go to Barracuda, Industry Therapy, all these places was free. So they're not gonna pay you that kind of money. And that's what changed that. But I remember having a conversation with, I won't say who, but I remember having a conversation with someone who started a bar in Chelsea saying, you can't work anywhere else in Chelsea.
Is it the bar that I worked at?
Yes.
Okay, yeah.
I mean, he wouldn't, that's not even there anymore, so figure, do the math.
Well, you're giving them all the clues.
Girl.
You're like 23 before 70.
But wait, I'm not throwing him under the bus because it was, and
don't twist my arm. You're like, okay.
But this was like, it had just opened, and there's like, okay, you can't work anywhere else in Chelsea. And I was like, for $150, we're supposed to be exclusive?
What year was this?
Mid-90s.
How?
And he was like, he thought about it, he's like, okay, you're right. Because I'm like, yeah, you pay, if you go to like St. Louis, there's clubs and bars that
and they'll hire you every night of the week.
Right. These girls work at one place exclusively, but they're working all week.
But I'm still shook at that y'all were getting in the 90s $500 a night, and by the time I got there in 2008, we had gone down to $150. By the way, $100 if you're starting, and then once you become that girl, you get the extra $50. Like you had to work up to that extra $50. How is that possible?
Well, that's why we had to work every night of the week. Jackie, back to Jackie, said one of the funniest things I've ever heard in my life. Someone called and was like, oh, I want to book you. Da, da, da. She's like, okay, well, you know, what's the, what does it pay? And he's like, well, we don't really have a budget, but it's going to be really fun.
Screaming.
And she said, okay, I'm going to call my landlord. And if he's going to take fun for rent this month, I'm in.
Here's the thing, inviting like a 21-year-old drag queen to perform for fun is one thing.
Right.
But imagine inviting like a 60-something-year-old drag queen, like, you're gonna have so much fun.
I was like, no.
Now if you told Jackie there was fondue.
Oh, Lord.
She would have ran through the door like the Kool-Aid Man.
Move over.
Were you ever there for one of the legendary Barracuda incidents? Okay, so here's a story that I've been told, and I've been told this from 2 different people, and they're both saying it's their story.
Oh.
So maybe you can tell us whose story it is.
Okay.
The story is a drag queen gets up on stage at Barracuda. She's performing, she's whipping her hair around, the kids are living, she's a great dancer, she's stunning, she's beautiful. She grabs the mic, she grabs the chair, she is electrocuted, she hits the ground, the crowd thinks it's part of the bit, they all go up, she gets up and goes, no, guys, I really got electrocuted. Lena and Candace have both said this is their story.
My memory is that it was Lena.
Uh-huh.
And because she was always twirling and running around, and it was that crowbar, and she would always swing from these metal poles that were part of the ceiling, and yes, she was getting electrocuted going like this, and everyone in the audience like, work! And she was literally getting electrocuted. Now, it could be Candace. It could be Candace. I always thought it was Lena.
Maybe they happen at different places at different times.
Maybe.
And maybe I made up that Candace said it, but maybe Candace told me, but I remember hearing this legendary story about a queen being like electrocuted and the crowd is living their lives as she is losing her life.
You shave your eyebrows off so you don't have to glue them down?
No, I don't grow eyebrows.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So
From
like
plucking? They just
little,
don't come?
little wispies. That's all I can grow. I know, everyone, it's like Whoopi Goldberg. I'm literally like Whoopi Goldberg. That is all I can grow. That is me trying my best to grow.
Really?
Oh. Yeah, for 39 years.
Is it from plucking or is it just?
Nope.
Nope. Just
never had eyebrows. And I don't grow leg hair.
Oh my, really?
This is no
God,
shaving.
you're so lucky for that because I shave so often.
No
You
shaving.
have random alopecia.
There it is. No eyebrows, no leg hair, no arm hair. Well,
It's all on your back.
there's an arm. It's all on my back. And right around my belly button in a fuzzy hole.
Oh, I love that's sexy.
No, I don't have a fuzzy hole.
Oh.
I mean, I have. I mean, that's the last time I squatted over a mirror. I don't know. I haven't looked at it in a while. You know what I mean?
Honey, you need to talk to your
How
vagina
often do you look at your hole?
with a mirror.
I said how often.
Oh, how often?
Yeah.
Not very.
I mean, I feel like if you're getting it beat up, you should check it afterwards.
It doesn't get beat up. It's been a while. Certainly not since I had this knee replaced. There's been no beating up.
So are you like cosplaying as a slut and you're really not one?
Oh no, I'm a slut.
Cause you're like, I'm the biggest slut.
I am.
So it is, it's not.
But I mean, again, I'm old school.
I mean,
I don't have to whisper, but
they can still hear you. The microphone's on your chest, girl.
that part is true.
How did you and Joey Arias end up?
Girl.
Cause I feel like the stories I hear you tell, some of you and your friends are like, you know, we'll goof off, we'll do this, but you and Joey used to like slut together. And you don't know, Joey Arias is this
The goddess.
drag queen. She's a singer, very Betty Pagey, blunt
Billie
bangs.
Holiday.
Yeah, very like well, she sings a lot of Billie Holiday, but she wears like it looks like a Betty Page type.
Totally.
With like really, but even darker, even more severe leather, bondage, harnesses, crazy high heels, like unwalkable high heels.
Yeah. We were doing a show in Berlin. This was like 1999. And there was this Norwegian guy doing the tech who was straight. And she was flirting with him. I'm like, girl, leave him alone. And she's like, no, he really wants it. I'm like, I don't know. She's like, all right, I'm gonna walk by him and drop something. And when I bend over, you tell me if he's checking out my ass. And she did it, and I was like, oh my God, he's literally was staring at your ass. And she's like, see? I'm like, all right, well, you know. So then we start drinking, whatever, and we end up taking him back to her room together. Mm-hmm. He's on the bed, like naked, she is he's on his back, and she's and I'm his and his legs are, and this far apart. We're this far apart. And she lifts her head up, and she's like, girl. Like he's not there. Girl, his tastes like and I love it. And I started screaming and I ran out of the room. I'm like, oh, she was just trying to get rid of me. I'm like, all yours, girl.
That is hilarious. Have the girls been doing the quotation marks for a long time? Mm-mm. It's like since like 2010 or something.
You know what I can't stand?
What?
Well, we'll put a pin in that.
Oh, yeah.
I hate this contour.
Oh, when it's like really severe?
It's like you're supposed to be contouring.
Trixie.
Why are you just doing a brown line?
Yeah, Trixie with your ugly nose. Tell Trixie her nose.
And then an exclamation point. Jackie does like an exclamation point. I'm like, whatever.
When did drag? I feel like, okay, correct me if I'm wrong, because you would know this better than I would, obviously. I feel like there's been kind of like in the past 40 years, there have been two big drag renaissances, and they were both kind of at the hands of RuPaul. Like RuPaul became supermodel of the world, and then drag kind of blew up, and then it died down a little bit, and then RuPaul did RuPaul's Drag Race, and then it kind of blew up again.
Well,
does that sound accurate to you?
There was a big renaissance in New York right before Supermodel. Like when I moved there, because you had Sweetie, Formica, Shaquita, Head of Lettuce, Varla, Coco, me. All of us started at the exact same year, pretty much. Mm-hmm. And it was like this explosion of drag in New York City. And then like a year later,
what
Supermodel
was that problem? Was it a
out.
movie or something that inspired it? Like, was it Priscilla or?
I don't know. It was just like timing. And everybody was in New York City. There were so many different places to perform. You know, Squeezebox was like a rock and roll. You got to sing in drag with a live rock band. It was so insane. And then you had Jackie 60, which was like, this week's theme is Jacques Brel. And so you'd have to go to the library, which is this building, and research Jacques Brel.
Why don't you just ask ChatGPT?
Yeah, right. And Bardot, which is where Joey and I and Raven worked, and it was the only place that was like all live singing, and it was like there's just so much juice. You just had this explosion of queens and talent who are still doing it 35 years later.
Did you ever do any stuff on stage, like shows?
Yeah.
What were you doing?
Well, when I first moved to New York, I mean, you have to imagine I was a lot younger, and there was this party called Spunk. And they would have this gauze curtain. We would just like get paid to like behind the curtain.
Wait, you out of drag? In drag?
Out of drag.
Oh, so you were back there just.
Yeah.
You were to work. Were you a go-go boy?
No.
Just a.
Just.
just machine. How much are they paying you to do that?
I don't remember. I mean, who cares? I was like, I'm gonna walk over there and go home.
I was gonna home regardless. Yeah. But if you tell me $100 and I was over here like tucking my and doing flips and tricks and making mixes and taking the train, and you're like, yeah, just while wearing my gym clothes. I once got invited years ago to perform. What was that kink festival near like Blackfest, or they used to do it at
the Black Party?
Black Party, because they used to do it next to the August Wilson Theater. They were like, we need a queen to someone at the party tonight. And they went by and they looked at our hands.
No.
They inspected our hands. They like hold your hands out. We were holding out our hands, and they were like feeling them, feeling the weight of them. They were like, now can you do your hand like this? They're like, okay.
No nails.
Yeah, they were like measuring the hand. All the girls with nails were immediately the girls who had nails
out.
They were immediately out. So then it was down to us. So they were like measuring our hands, not with measuring, just like with their hands, kind of like this.
All right.
And I got selected. I got chosen. I was chosen to. So I was gonna get paid like $300, $400 to just some guy on stage. I had this cute little outfit, and then I got cut. Because
you didn't make the cut?
They went back to the guy, and he was like, "That's too much hand." He was like, "I am not there." He's like, "I don't know what." He goes, "So you know the job I went to?"
Who's got little hands?
Holly
Cracker?
Day.
Oh.
You remember Holly Day?
Yes, of course.
She ended up the guy on stage.
She probably loved it.
Oh, probably. Because I mean, they're big meaty hands.
Yeah.
But I thought they were looking for a big meaty hand, but apparently they wanted a dainty little fist. And I was mostly there for money. I was like, I want to get paid to do this. It was
oh
good.
God.
It was good money. It wasn't like mid-90s
No,
club money.
So me, Lena, Candace, and Formica, the four of us were like notorious. We'd get dressed up to go out, and we were gonna have fun, and we're twirling around and bar hopping and going everywhere. And we had the deal, like, if you meet a man, then you're off the hook.
Yeah.
So I meet this. It was Fleet Week, and I met this guy. He was an Irish sailor.
Oh,
and he was,
tired me.
God, honey, after me, leprechaun. He was gorgeous, and brought him all the way up to my apartment in Hell's Kitchen. We were downtown, and we get in my room, and he sit down on the bed, and he looks up, and he's like, "What will I look like all dressed up?" Girl, back in that cab. I'm going back downtown to find my sisters.
You look like you're sitting on the side of the door. No,
yes.
He hit you with the bait and switch.
Yeah, honey.
And that's how you meant blue hydration?
No, I'm very specific. I meet some guy on my app, and they're like, "Oh, I like to go with the flow." I'm like, "No, honey, I like to know what is on the menu. You're not coming over here till I know the menu."
Yeah, we're knowing what the flow is, honey.
Yeah.
My love for you really started because, I was just a fan of yours. Because when I got to New York City, Sherry Vine had her like big moment because she was doing these parodies, these like Lady Gaga parodies on YouTube. They were getting millions of views, like just millions of views. In my pants instead of Just Dance.
Bad Romance.
Bad Romance, and you did Telephone. What was
With
the Telephone?
Peppermint, Make Me Moan.
Make Me Moan, yeah. So then I came to see you at some shows, and you were always just so funny, so beautiful, so friendly. And I remember one time asking you if you would do my show at Boots and Saddle.
Oh, right.
And I was like, would you do my show at Boots and Saddle? And you were like, sure, if you this is the fee. And I paid you, I think you did it for like $100. Yeah, which is, and you were like, I think you were like, it was like on the way to a gig or from a gig. I don't remember. But you swung by, you were on time. You were one of the queens who taught me, like, show up on time, have your mixes on your CD or your iPod or whatever you need. Do your thing.
Do your job.
Be friendly. Or friendly enough. You don't have to be super friendly. Just be professional. Just show up, be ready, be dressed, do your job, and leave.
Well, yes. That, I think, does come from a theater background. Like, the only fights that I've had with some queens, like, the only time we ever had a fight was because she was, like, a half hour late. And I was furious. And I was just like, girl, the show's at 11. It's now 11:30. And she's like, don't tell me. I'm like, no, ma'am.
I'm going to tell you right now, the worst gig of my life was with
Oh, no.
It is the gig that made me be like, I don't want to work in Fire Island. I don't want to hear the word fire or island. I don't want to hear about the pavilion. I don't want to do, I boycotted the movie. I think I left during the show.
No.
I think I left during the show. Was competing in Miss Fire Island during our show. We had a show scheduled, so everyone's in the Cherry Grove. We're over in the Pines.
No.
So there's no one in the Pines. So she's like already no, she doesn't want to be there because it's a very slow night. She takes the water taxi over. I just started the show because I have a thing like, if the show is from 9 to 10, I'm starting at 9 and I'm stopping at 10.
Hello.
And if you want to come and do your extra 30 minutes, that's fine. But I'm starting at 9 and I'm stopping at 10. It is what it is.
I agree.
She shows up during the show. Gone. She is 3 sheets to the wind because she lost and she thought she was going to win. Came over to do the show.
Oh, no.
Like, gone off her
And someone who
mind.
doesn't drink.
Exactly. I don't drink. And let's just say, I think she had powdered her nose before the show, too.
Let's just say. Let's just say.
I remember being down there, and at first I was kind of like, oh, it's like a goofy thing. And I remember looking up being like, I'm not doing this. And I, from the stage, you ever been to the pavilion?
Yes.
The stage. From the stairs, I just walked out of the building. I was like, I'm done with this. I'm never coming back here. I just walked out. I was like, keep them, don't even pay me for the night. I just want to be out of here.
Oh my God, that's terrible.
And I was gonna watch it, but if that didn't happen, bitch, you would never remember. You wouldn't remember it.
But I love.
I know. I love. I love cool, but this night was the reason why I will never work in Fire Island again. It took me a long time to go back.
I did something on Fire. I used to go out all the time, and I would cover myself in bug spray because it's so mosquito infested,
Yeah.
and they love me. And this one time, I guess I didn't put it on my face. I went to bed, and I woke up and had these welts on my face from mosquito bites, like golf balls. And I was like, I will never, ever sleep over here again. And every time I'd go and do a shit like for Brandon Voss, he would have a car waiting for me, and I'd get off that stage and walk right on the ferry in full drag because there wasn't time.
That's so funny.
Get in that car and go home.
I'm obsessed with the idea of people seeing you and be like, what's that scent? You're like, off?
Eau de Aquanet with a little off. When I first moved to New York, one of the first shows I did, there was this drag queen named Ebony Jet, who doesn't perform anymore but lives in San Francisco, Lambert. Huh?
Was she sickening?
She was amazing. I mean, she was the darling of New York when I first moved there. Sang live, so gorgeous, so sweet, and so kind.
This is a picture of Ebony Jet, if we found it. If we didn't, it's a picture of a queen that's equally as beautiful. It's a picture of me.
No, she was kind. We did a show together, the first show I ever did at the Pyramid, and it was called Lower East Side Lesbian Jungle Fever.
Mm-hmm.
She was black and I was white, and she was like in her room singing to En Vogue, and I'm like, can you keep it down over there? And then I'm in mine, and I'm supposed to be like this rocker chick, and I'm like singing to Guns N' Roses, and she's like, what the f-? And we have this huge fight with this imaginary wall, and then we open the door, and we like fall in love. So it's like turns into this whole like Romeo and Juliet type love story, whatever. Anyway, point is.
Oh my God, you do what I do. I do that too.
Anyway. People really weren't doing things like that in New York at the time. RuPaul comes downstairs into the dressing room, and she looks at me. She's like, did you grow up watching Carol Burnett? I'm like, totally. It's like my #1 inspiration. She's like, I can tell. And she cast, then Supermodel came out a year later, and she cast me in like her Christmas special.
I saw that, by the way.
The Tic Tac stuff.
Yeah.
So she's.
I remember I was like watching all RuPaul stuff, and I was like, oh shit, it's Sherry Vine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was a baby. And she has been nothing but good and supportive to me, although we've had no contact for 25 years probably. I mean, I don't even know if she would say hello if I saw her on the street.
So listen, y'all, we are gonna finish our lips and our lashes, put on some wigs, come back in some full outfits, and we will see you right now. All right, and we are back. You look stunning as always.
Thank you, you too. I love lilac.
Thank you. And this is like I'm gonna call mine purple.
Purple, honey.
Yeah, so we're both like
royal
a
purple. Yes.
purpley vibe.
They look gorgeous together.
Yeah, look at us. Oh my God, we're gonna do the lesbian scene that you and
Ebony Jet.
Ebony Jet did.
Yes.
First of all, thank you so much for stopping by. Where can they see you? When can they see the second to the last showgirl? How can they see you online? How can they listen to your music? Can they go listen to your parodies? Where can they find you?
One stop, sherryvine.com. It has the list. I'm literally on tour for the rest of the year with my new show, The Second to Last Showgirl. You can follow me on Instagram as Sherry Vine. I will be all over Europe, Amsterdam Pride, Iceland Pride, all over the United States, blah, blah, blah.
And if they want to find out if you are truly the throat goat, how do they find you there?
Badu.
There we go. All right. Thank you for joining me, Sherry Vine. My name is Bob the Drag Queen, and we will see you all next week. Bye.
Bye. Thanks for having me.
Thank you for coming.
Ah, you bitch. She gonna clock me.
Zoom in! Zoom in!